everybody, welcome to The Garage and the Court of Public Opinion. I'm Jeremy Cordeaux. A warm congratulations to all those people who got a gong on the weekend for the King's birthday, an Order of Australia. Congratulations. Well done, well done, well done. Pete's here, Gary's here, Adrena Clisby, famous name, is here. And you're here, and thank you for that. Pete, you had a good day. You went busking?
I had a very good day, yes.
Hahndorf?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're up at Hahndorf, here in Adelaide, and you happen to be, Main Street, I suppose?
Main Street by the War Memorial. So if it's a blue sky and reasonably warm, there's a fair chance I'll be there between 12 and 3 or 12:30.
Yeah.
Come and say hello, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great talent, is this guy. The latest Newspoll reports a catastrophic drop in Anthony Albanese's popularity. It has hit, now get your mind around this, minus 24. It hit the floor and kept on going. Anthony Albanese says that the rise of one nation was what encouraged him to introduce these tax changes in this year's budget. Now, I think that's totally insane. You're losing popularity to one nation, so you set about making yourself less popular. This is Monty Python stuff. Could you and your people be more out of touch? Where's your political antenna? Your only hope now is to, if you want to, keep your tax changes, but announce that they will not be introduced until after the next election so that the people can vote on them, or not. That will give them plenty of time to think about it, and you plenty of time to persuade the electorate. And yes, that would be the honourable and right thing to do. Minus 24%? If that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. Auction clearance rates are now lower than they were during COVID. Nice work, Prime Minister. And millions of Australians who rent will have less to rent and at a higher cost. And that's because of this government's investment policies. We're headed for huge rent rises in the next 6 to 12 months. It's the law of unintended consequences. They didn't mean to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The law of unintended consequences at work again. They don't know what they're doing, I suspect. They don't seem to take responsibility either. We have 1 year and about 10 months before we vote on all of this. So please, for God's sake, don't forget any of these issues and don't accept the spin that will be coming our way. What we need is sound economic management, of which these people are incapable. Now, we're brought to you here in the garage, and of course around the dining room table as well, by Rossdale Homes, a fine South Australian family-owned company, famous for their fixed price guarantee. You don't get any nasty surprises whether you're a first home builder or a seasoned property developer. You just don't like extra costs at any point during the construction, do you? Their slogan is simple, has been for years, Rossdale Homes, when trust is a must. Remember their fixed price contract, only you can change the price. For peace of mind and great quality, rossdalehomes.com.au. Now it sounds to me, I thought about the games, you know, the John Clark and Brian Doyle thing that they did about the Olympic Games here in Australia, but it's more like Yes Minister. AUKUS. 2 old, 1 new. Well, I don't remember that. No, actually we get 3 old. What? Now, around the dining room table, we are blessed by having Dr. John Bruni from Sage International as a regular guest. He's a doctor of strategic procurement. Wow. A military man. And I can remember he asked me, going back to what must have been 2015, I think, he asked me to chair a meeting at the convention centre he had convened all the possible contenders for our submarine contract. That's the sort of credibility he's got. In one spot, at one time, he had organised the politicians, the admirals, the government people, the military people, the media. We had the French, they were there, the Swedish contingent, the Japanese, the British, and the Germans, I think. I don't remember if the Americans were there or not. But all there to make their case in front of Dr. John and the media for the work. Everybody got on his feet and made his pitch for the business. The deal, which was worth, now I went back over my notes, and this is all true. The deal was worth $90 billion for 12 submarines. It became clear that the best deal, really, was the Japanese. Cost, design, innovation, delivery, presentation. That was the bid that Dr. John suggested was a clear winner. That meeting at the convention centre was open to the public and very well attended. As I remember, you maybe were there. You could have been there. Now, shortly after that, of course, the French got the deal. Now, if we'd gone with the Japanese, I would think we'd probably have the first of our new 12 submarines by now. All right, yes, they were conventional, they weren't atomic, yeah, nuclear, I know that. Dr. John is one of the few experts in the field, possibly the world. His specialty, this is what he does. To my knowledge, the government has not come to him over this latest mess to get what is truly an expert opinion, or at least more intelligence on an incredibly important and expensive purchase. As we said around the dining room table on Friday, very hard to know what the real deal, AUKUS deal, was. Now, until we have an inquiry, an open, transparent inquiry, to have a look at that to which we have signed up and the logic behind it, the way they're playing with words is ridiculous. From new state-of-the-art submarines to second-hand, some unkind people are saying hand-me-downs, now it's become in-service submarines. In-service submarines. Next it's going to be pre-loved. Or perhaps experienced submarines. Adrina, what do you think? Just run in? Just run in submarines, perhaps. Maybe a demonstrator. Huh?
One owner with hooks?
Don't know. No mention of exactly how old or how run in or run out. Somewhere between 5 and 15 years of service, I'm told. This is a joke. But wait, ladies and gentlemen, there's more. Maybe no submarines at all. We are clearly paying top dollar for the latest and the greatest. Well, that's what we signed up for, I think. There's no reason for us to take anything but brand new state-of-the-art submarines. It is that simple. The more modern, the better, because technology is changing all the time, and we would want for our top dollar, top technology. And if we don't have those guys in Canberra who can negotiate that sort of deal, we got the wrong guys in Canberra, which I think we have. The position I take is that the federal Labor government cannot manage money generally. Now I suspect they can't even do deals, even with a huge public service and God knows how many consultants. They are clocking up, adding to our huge national debt every day, and this submarine debacle highlights their incompetence perfectly. If we go back to the original deal done with the French, this is the one that Labor decided we had to cancel, buy our way out of. We had to pay the French shipbuilder, whose name was Naval Group, as I remember, Naval Group, a final settlement of $835 million was paid. No submarines. $835 million. in June of 2022. After much deliberation, the French won the contract to build and supply 12 attack-class submarines. A good deal. The cost was $90 billion, as I just said, for 12 subs. Malcolm Turnbull was the PM. The cancellation of that contract in 2022 involved not only compensation, but if you add it all up, the money that was spent, and you can Google this, the money that was spent on design, development, infrastructure, travel, personnel, the total cost to taxpayers to abort the French program was $3.4 billion for nothing. As I say, they don't know what they're doing. Can you get your mind around that sort of incompetence? That cancelled contract cost us $3.4 billion for absolutely nothing. And what was the reason that the contract was cancelled? I don't know. Then along comes AUKUS. This time the cost has gone up from $90 billion to $350 billion, but not for 12 submarines, but only 5. I can't believe this. The largest procurement in Australia's military history. One of the biggest possibly in the world, in fact. And now we find that the deal was signed off on, well, we don't exactly know what was on the table when we signed off on it, do we? And we can't find out easily just exactly what it is to which we have agreed. No submarines, just billions of dollars out the door, already paid, in fact. This is a deal which is far more scandalous than the Khemlani affair. Now, there'll be many of you who do not remember the Khemlani affair. You've got to go back to 1975. The Khemlani affair led to the dismissal, the removal of the incompetent Whitlam Labor government. Khemlani, well, that only involved $4 billion. And it was to buy the farm back or pay off the national debt or something. I won't go into it now because it's like a rabbit warren. You start talking about the Khemlani affair. This crowd in Canberra trying to tell us that this crock of nonsense that we're being presented with today was what they wanted all along. I've heard of putting on a brave face. If you can sell that, fellas, if you can spin that, they can get away with anything. It's not good judgment, it's not good business, it's just not good. It's up to us, it's up to the media and the general public to determine what to do next. I know what I would do. Politics is fascinating. The imaginings, the gyrations, the deceit, the deception. If it wasn't so expensive, it would be a fun thing, like watching an episode of Yes Minister in real life, in real time. Occurring in Victoria at the moment, as the Labor Party looks down the barrel of a massive defeat at the upcoming state election, people are rallying behind Jacinta Allen, the Premier, despite rumours that she will get the push before the looming election occurs. Well, I suppose it's an old political tactic. You've got to get behind someone before you can stab her in the back. It only makes sense. It's obvious when you think about it, I suppose. It's just a question of getting your... anyway, it doesn't matter. It'll be quite interesting the next few weeks. I can't see how they can keep her when she probably won't even keep her own seat. I'm out of time, Pete?
Well, I've got another one.
No. That's all right. I'll only bust a foofer valve or something if I keep going. Happy birthday if you're having a birthday. Wedding anniversary. Where are we? The 9th of June. The 9th of June. Hope it's been a good day. The Book of Common Prayer is adopted by the Church of England. 1549. 1549. I didn't think the Church of England was around even in 1549, but there you go. First appearance of Donald Duck in the cartoon The Wise Little Hen. That was 1934. I wonder if he had the voice back then. Oh, great voice. Donald Duck. 1945, Warner Brothers cartoon A Gruesome Twosome, starring Tweety Bird. I thought I put it that. I thought I put it that. Premieres in the United States on this day in 1945. British explorer Matthew Flinders arrives in Sydney, becoming the first person to circumnavigate Australia, proving it is just one continent. 1803. Oh, talking about Victorian politics and backstabbing, Claudia Octavia, the wife of Roman Emperor Nero and daughter of Emperor Claudius, killed on Nero's orders at the age of 22. That was in 62, the year 62. The year 68, Roman Emperor Nero commits suicide, imploring his secretary to slit his throat to evade a Senate-imposed death by flogging. They were interesting times. Margaret Thatcher's Conservative Party wins the British parliamentary election 1983. The wonderful Margaret Thatcher. Yep. Michael J. Fox, Canadian actor. I thought he was American. Canadian actor, author, comedian, activist, family ties, Back to the Future, Teen Wolf, Spin City. Born in Edmonton, Alberta. On this day in 1961. He's got Parkinson's, but he's still going strong. He's coping with life very well. Charles Dickens, the man who invented Christmas, they tell me. Charles Dickens, the English writer, Oliver Twist, The Tale of Two Cities, A Christmas Carol, dies of a stroke at just 58. Charles Dickens. Tale of Two Cities was wonderful. It's a far, far better thing that I do than I've ever done. It's a far, far better rest I go to than I've ever known. Ronald Colman, I think it was. Great, great actor. 1870, Charles Dickens dies this day at the age of 58. Two people are rescued after falling into a tank of chocolate at the Mars M&M factory in Pennsylvania. I have no idea where Caroline gets these from, but I'm told, I'm promised they're all right, they're all kosher. They rescued after falling into a tank of chocolate. 2022 was the year. Alice Hurley Ramsey, 22 years of age, a housewife from Hackensack, New Jersey, becomes the first woman to drive across America. She was driving in, Gary?
I don't know that one, Jeremy. You've got me again.
A Maxwell 30.
Well, we know what a Maxwell is.
I don't.
Maxwell, American touring car of the 1920s. Very nice cars.
Never heard of a Maxwell, but there you go. A Maxwell. Drives 3,800 miles from Manhattan to San Francisco in 59 days. 1909. Well, how would you do that? Wouldn't have been petrol stations, would there? You wouldn't have...
Petrol was sold in cans in those days.
Well, she'd load up, I suppose.
That's a drugstore to buy.
Hopefully. A passenger on the SS Arrowatta throws a bottle with a note in it overboard. On this day in 1910, it was found June 6, 1983 in Queensland. And I would love to tell you what the note said, but I can't. Not there. Anna Elkins, English botanist, photographer, and first person to publish a book illustrated with photographic images. Dies of paralysis, rheumatism, I didn't think that could kill you. Rheumatism and exhaustion. At 72. The year was 1871. One more. Thomas L. Jennings, American tailor and inventor, he invented dry cleaning. He was an abolitionist and a disintegrationist. What the hell is that? I will look it up and let you know on Thursday morning. He was born in New York City. He died in 1856, but he was born this day in 1791. Oh, and Tony Bennett makes his Carnegie Hall concert debut, New York City, 1962. Thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate your company, your support. And what do? You've got to press...
You've got to press subscribe if you go to the website, jeremycordeaux.com.
Right. But on Facebook, you don't have to do that.
Well, yes, you can do it on Facebook, yeah, and we'll bob up every Tuesday and Thursday.
I like bobbing up at your place every Tuesday and Thursday. Please have me again. Thank you very much for being with us. I'm Jeremy Cordeaux. Believe in yourself, and goodbye from the Court of Public Opinion.